Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham reaction for match day 20. Burton Albion 0, Wrexham 1 from a ridiculous corner. Little help by the win, little help by the post, but Elliot Lee puts it in the back of the net, and we have another clean sheet. Awesome. Second in the table. Birmingham City did win today. Wycombe dropped points. All coming good. We're level on terms with Wycombe at 40 points. Start to believe. As you can see on the thumbnail, it says believe it. Yes, start to believe it. 4 on the bounce, 3 at home, 1 away. Inconsistent in regards to our scoring goals. We have the best defense probably in the EFL, and we have the most anemic offense up front. But doesn't matter. 3 points, 3 points. Don't care how it happens. We are coasting and doing very, very well. We're doing better than Manchester United right now. Actually, Bruno Fernandes just put a goal up there. Anyways, awesome. Thanks for coming in. Smash the like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the Local Pundit. We are on our way to 50,001. If you know, you know. Thanks for coming into the watch along and sharing it out with everybody. Also, Wrexham time with Patty was fantastic. With John was in there. Aaron showed up. Patty did a great job hosting, and also we had Rousey from Two Beards in there too. So awesome to see that. You get the full slate of shows today. Full slate of shows. So awesome. So anyways, let's talk about this. Got an interview coming in for Phil Parkinson, and we got Elliot Lee interview, and we'll look at the table and just get our thoughts on the game just initially before we go in. Now, sorry, never leave home without it. Whenever Blistex wants to sponsor me, happy to do it. Blistex, death, liquid death. Let's do it. Oh, breathe. Yes, been up since 5. So victory is ours. Again, victory is ours up front. I thought he would start Paul Mullen, but he put Elliot Lee up there. He did put Elliot Lee up there to match out with Palmer. I don't think that combination is working for whatever reason. We are just not hitting, just not doing the job today up front. In any game up front, really, to be honest with you. But we are winning games. Midfield was okay. Tough conditions today. Very, very windy, tough conditions. And great traveling support, by the way, to come down there. 1,600 or something like that. Went down there. Please get home safely. You're still on the road. And also, thoughts and prayers go out to Antonio from West Ham. He was in a car wreck. So please, everyone, be careful. Sorry, bring that down. But continuing with the thoughts on the match, I thought at the back, Mark Howard Chomp did an okay job coming in. Didn't have too much to do. They never really quite, quote, threatened us. He had a couple punches here and there. Made one save, but it was put right at him. Our defense is absolutely solid and absolutely cooking. Max did very well today. I thought O'Connell did well as well, just kind of sweeping up at the back. And Brunty has been in great form. He looks very good back there, although he had one back pass that didn't go. He had one a little short that unfortunately, was just because of probably the wind and the ground didn't look great. But Brunt should not be losing that spot. He did very well. Rev came in, didn't have his best or his worst games. Probably still getting his feet under him in the team. Barney looked lively at times. I think Barney's number one problem, he holds on to the ball too much. We needed to be a little quicker in the middle of the park. Matty James came in, was pushed a little bit forward at times as well. Matty James is getting very, very steady into the midfield. Reminds me a lot of Evans, which is in there. Andy Cannon put himself about. And who else am I missing there? I'm missing one other person. What am I doing here? Missing one other person. Andy Cannon, Matty James, Elliot Lee. Why am I forgetting one person? I'm forgetting one player. What is going on here? I know I forgot somebody. If I do, let me know. But anyways, all in all, it was a performance to get the victory. You could see at the end, Parkinson came up. He was delighted at getting that victory. That's a hard-fought victory. Very, very hard-fought. I think we went out there and we did everything we can to win the game. I don't like spells sometimes. When we do score goals, we do sit back a little bit, which I don't like. But whatever it is, get the points and go on and win the match. And other than that, no complaints. We're sitting in second place on December 7th. And I think Rousey said it, and I had said that the rubber's going to meet the road for the next few weeks. If we are in this position or there and thereabouts, or even in a better position by January 1st, January 2nd, wow. Unbelievable. Anyways, all right, let's get into the interviews here. We have an interview first up with the gaffer. Before we do that, there was a report going around, he might mention it here, that Callum Burton might be out for the season with a tear. We know he has a tear, but upper thigh tear. But he might be out for the season. We did sign a new keeper this morning. Brad Foster came in, 23 years old. He was on the bench today, but we don't know what the extent of it. And we're talking about Mullen. I know there was a big talk about Mullen also too, not scoring goals. Should have had one as an absolute sitter. Unfortunately that happens. So, all right, let's get into this interview here from Phil Parkinson.
Phil, a very hard-fought win here at Burton. What did you make of that one?
Yeah, it was always going to be difficult with the conditions. Obviously, Burton had a great win at Peterborough on Wednesday as well, and the conditions were really difficult today. But I thought we played with a lot of nous and played the right ball at the right time, and defended when we had to, competed all over the pitch, and passed it at times well, in difficult conditions. But it was important. We showed that game intelligence today, what was needed out of that.
Did it feel like one of those games?
Sorry, let me get in there too. Yeah, the conditions were difficult and tough. You could see the wind was going everywhere. Chomp was booting the ball, was almost going out of the stadium. There are the keeper too. Balls were getting blown around. I thought the pitch looked like in decent shape comparatively with the rain and the wind. But no excuses there. We did pass the ball at times decently, but we're just not quick enough. Like I said, some guys stay on the ball. Sorry, Ollie Rathbone. Jesus H. Ollie Rathbone. That's what I forgot. Ollie Rathbone did put himself about, as always. I like his style of game. I think he got another 7 out of 10 from me. I don't know. He possibly could. Maybe Brunt or him for man of the match for me. But yeah, Ollie Rathbone did put himself about. That's the guy I forgot in the midfield. Sometimes Ollie Rathbone and Matty James are trying to do like 1-2s, and some of the guys try to hold on to the ball too much, and those triangles aren't really working. So there's just a little bit of inconsistency in the style of play. I think it's still them getting used to each other. But we have to start leading more goals. It says we had 14 shots today, which is shocking here. But the conditions were poor. We did come out with a victory.
It was always going to be decided by those fine margins, especially given the conditions here.
Well, obviously conditions like that are a leveler. I haven't looked at any of the results, but I imagine there'll be a few surprise results today, because it was very difficult out there for both teams. But I was very pleased how we handled it, and throughout the course of the season, you've got to win all different types of games in different conditions, and we've done that today. And it was kind of the performance we showed, similar at Charlton, similar at Rotherham. The one kind of blip was with the Stockport game, and we got back to that spirited away from home performance, which has got us the 3 points.
4 wins on the bounce. That's a crazy return. 3 at home, 1 away. Our away form, isn't our best asset, but we find a way to win. We're finding a way to win in these. There's more callous matches, and I call them callous matches because we're building up to being a more resilient squad that fights for wins. I'd love to get a 4-0 victory at some point, but that said, our defense is amazing, and you cannot complain. These are clean sheets after clean sheets over and over again, and there's something there. We are a brick wall in the back and anemic up front. That combination. If we could score some goals. If we could just score some goals. Now all the goals don't need to come from our strikers. Midfield can help out too. Ollie Rathbone, don't leave a Wrexham game early. Quote from McElhoney midweek on Tuesday. Never leave a game early, and he's right. We don't need all the goals to come from the striker. We don't need goals to come from Palmer and from Mullen all the time. There's other ways we can go out and score. So with that said, we are getting these callous games under our belt and coming out with the 3 points, and it's going to help us for the rest of the season, especially going into the tougher months, January, February, when the weather will not be great, and putting the points away is so good. A2Z's feeling a bit salted. He couldn't watch the game. Sorry, brother. I know. Go watch all you need to do is watch the corner from Elliot Lee, and that's pretty much about it. And Bruce says we had Wrexham had the XG today, 0.31 versus 1.61. Well, shockingly, I'll say this, good shot there. Burton Albion didn't look like a side that were literally in the basement. They didn't. I mean, I'm not saying they really threatened us, but they didn't look like a side they were in the basement.
4 league wins in a row now. Just how important is that in terms of gaining momentum for your side?
Yeah, it's just another 3 points on where we want to get to. So, yeah, no, very pleased. And I say today was a real test for us. And, but we had good control, I felt, in our decision making all over the pitch. And there was a lot of strong performances from us today.
A lot of strong performances and good decision making. We're looking for the moment of brilliance too much sometimes. Again, today was another moment of brilliance, which is good. We do have people in the squad that can do that. Brian Smith, what's up? Let's go. Yes. Good to see you, man. The puns in these video titles. Do you like them or don't like them, Brian Check? Try to make them fun for everybody. You know what I mean? Yesterday, I'd said that this was the banana in the tailpipe. They were a yellow team. We definitely was the banana in the tailpipe, and we could have sputtered to this, but we did not. We showed our resilience. We showed what we're about. We're showed what kind of character we have. And having players come on and put a job in at the end. It's good. It is really good. So thanks, Brian. Hopefully you like the puns. No pun intended.
Two very difficult conditions on the pitch, but equally as difficult conditions to get here as well for all the supporters that have backed you so well today. Do you have a message for them?
No, outstanding. Obviously, we knew the conditions were even worse back in Wrexham, and for the supporters to come down, the numbers was outstanding, and the commitment and the loyalty and the passion they show for their club was exemplified more than ever today. And I'm glad the lads replicate that on the pitch.
I love that they just go into a little Coldplay in the background. If I could, don't get me a strike. Actually, that's the end of it too. And shout out to the traveling support. Please be careful. We were talking to Welsh Techie. Mr. Wrexham was in the crowd too. They're freezing their asses off. And Racecourse, Matt from Racecourse was down there too that we know of. So please get home safely. And yes, we could hear you singing in the air, which is great. And to be fair, you guys sucked that goal in the end zone there, which is great. In the end zone, what is this, football? You guys sucked that goal in, but down at that end of the pitch, because otherwise we didn't look like, even with Mullen, we didn't look like we were scoring any other way sometimes. So, but it was fair play to the traveling support. Always a plus. Bruce McFarland says, Fatma love Wrexham defense, 8.4 for Brunty, 8.2 for O'Connell. Maxey got 7.8. 0.5 better than Burton's best rated player, their keeper. Yeah, their keeper, and I think number 2 was actually really good for them as well. Number 2 on the right side, he had that's him and Burton. Sorry, him and Rev had a good battle going on there too. Yeah, you ain't gonna fool me, no banana on the tab. You ain't gonna fool no banana on the tailpipe. No, you're not. Love it. Such a good 3 points today. I wonder what our January transfer looks like. Sanjay, we keep this up. Love that thumbnail to always say that. Sam J, we keep this up. We have to spend the money to get in there. We have to put we just got to start scoring goals. We can't rest on our laurels. I believe that, we have something very special going on here. Second place, 40 points, tied with Wycombe, who've had an absolute unbelievable run. Birmingham City breathing down our necks, things like that. It's unbelievable. So I would anticipate, yes, we have all these, I think it was said there, look at all the strikers we have on the bench, but Paul Mullen has not come good yet. He could, but he hasn't come good yet. He's a great player, but hasn't come good. Not even starting him. Elliot Lee is not a striker. Ollie Palmer does not score goals. And Mo Fall, I think he's a very good player for the future, but Parkinson doesn't think he's ready yet. But Vartson traveled, doesn't even get on the bench. So whatever the combination is there, it's not quite there. Sam Dalby, I love that he's scoring goals up north. Let him keep scoring goals up there. We need a championship level striker, 2 to 3.5 million, 2 to 5 million, something like that. Go on, bang in the back of the net. I also think that we balance out that midfield, which I think we're going to do. We could be very deadly. We are primed to keep going. I'm very, very proud of this team and what we're doing. Esteban says, Josh, you called it. It's all about the conditions. I did say that. I got one thing right today. I thought he was going to start Mullen, but he didn't. He did not start Mullen. Sorry, just touching buttons here. I almost shut the stream down. What an idiot. I almost shut the stream down. Again, what are you doing, Josh? Stop. John Merrill, good to see your face, man, on the show. Always welcome. Always welcome, man. Good to have you in and part of the community. Today with the conditions play style wasn't important. It was a day just to get the job done. Yes, it was a total get the job done day. Put on your hard hat, get your calluses in, put a hard day's work in, and go get her done. Exactly that. And Tom Duhan, hey, brother, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. Another good win for Wrexham today. You guys keep grinding at the 1-0. It's great sign of team spirit. Yes, great sign of team spirit. Absolutely. We are pulling through with these W's. And Tom, I think you're new. Welcome in. If you're not, let me know if you have been here before. But yeah, it's good to have new people in the chat. Please like, share, subscribe out. If you haven't, keep going. Getting a little bit stuttered here. I don't know why. We're getting throttled. YouTube's throttling us, so we want to keep the growth of the great community going. And again, as we can see through this week that we had being at the Cosm LA, Had great people there, and it's all because of you in the community. So thank you all very much. A2Z says we are scoring using our midfielders, defenders, and even opposing players. Only goalkeepers is pending. Chomp got to get this goal. Chomp got to get his goal of the season. Yeah, only goal. Yeah, it's tough up there. It smells like Team Spirit. One of my favorite. Yeah, it does smell like Team Spirit. I like Burton Albion's background. Looks bright and nice. We should have one of the race course too, referring to the background park scenery. Yeah, the guy there, the park scenery there, you can see that it's very windy. But let's move on to Elliot Lee, who looks like he's freezing his nuts off. He's like, get me on the effing bus ASAP. Man of the moment today. Finally got it over the line, literally, for us. A little help from the wind, maybe. I don't know. Remember when Stash took that free kick? It just swooped around. Sorry, just swooped. Hold on. It swooped around like this. And came in. Did not plan on that. Let's see what Big L has to say.
Elliot, hard fought 3 points here at Burton and a goal for yourself. You must be delighted with that result.
Yeah, it's a brilliant win for the boys. And like you say, hard fought. Conditions were, as we all know, terrible. But we knew what it was going to be today. It was going to be a scrap like that, and the conditions didn't make it any easier. But yeah, that's what we do. I think our biggest thing in there is our togetherness, and we always talk about that, and that's how we win games like today.
Conditions. Yeah, well, you got to scrap out those wins on any day of the week. I'll take that. Listen, it is sometimes, again, we talk about frustration to watch, but we want to win the game. And it doesn't matter. Any way we'll do. I don't care. Any way we'll do. Off the post, from a corner, with the wind, don't care. I don't put it back in. We see pretty football, and people lose games. Teams lose games. We have moments there. We do have moments, and we're grinding this out. This is not an easy league in any way, shape, or form. Everyone's coming for us. Burton Albion can hold their heads up high. Yes, they did lose today, but they played very, very well. We got the best from everybody, and we have players that are good enough to step up and give us the 3 points. Earn those 3 points, which we did, and togetherness in the back room, what he's just talking about in the locker room. I'm sure it's there. And we're lucky enough to have the access to the Welcome to Wrexham. So I'm sure we'll see it down the road. Marie from SoCal, how are you? Glad to see the cheeky smile from Lee at the end of the game. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, the celebration. You could see them. It was full on. It was a full on love fest. And it was, we came out with that one. And very, very happy and impressed that we did. Because if we lost it, if we lost or drew that game, would have made what happened on Tuesday just not worthy. You know what I mean? Just not worthy. And John, not new, Josh. I'm a Blues fan who really enjoys your stuff. KRO. Tom, welcome. Thank you very much, man. Really appreciate that. And, always welcome here, Tom. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
With the conditions the way they were, clearly what hard fought battle it was always going to be at halftime was the conversation to each of your teammates. Let's stick together and get through this, show that togetherness that we have done all season.
Yeah, of course. As I said, I think from inside the camp and maybe seen outside the camp, but the biggest thing we have in there is our togetherness, the characters we have in there, and how together we all are. We're a real family in there, and we know that we can come to places like this and win when we stick together. And I think going in at half time, we were against the wind first half, and we knew we had the wind with us second half. So we knew if we could get our shots off and as you say, set pieces, and something might come from that. So and that's what we managed to do today. So yeah, we're all delighted.
Do you think you got his talking points, togetherness, team there? Definitely did, and it's true. It's what's going to win us through and get through this tough period of the tough period of the Christmas period that is coming up December before we get into January, everything like that. And sometimes you got to will the wins. We got to believe. You got to believe it. You will to win. Today we willed it. We willed that ball in, just like the other day with Ollie Rathbone. And we'll take it. And you got to believe that a fractured team wouldn't go out there and put the 110% effort in. We had said Elliot Lee had been coming off the last couple of games, and he didn't look like he was too happy about it. But today he came off and, he's got his goal. And maybe that's all it. They're competitors. These guys are competitors, they're pros, and they want to win. And if they all stick together, put your arm around each other in certain ways, gotta be.
On that goal, with the win the way that it was that always something that you were going to plan to try and test them as much as you could from the corners?
Yeah, of course, yeah. We do a lot on set pieces and with Parky, and it's always, sometimes he gives us license to shoot, and that's basically what the plan was today. With the win, just shoot for goal and see what happens. The keeper will be under pressure, and luckily for me, one's gone in the back stick.
Shoot on sight even from the corners. That's basically it. Shoot on sight, even from the corners. I take it whatever we can. And it was a pretty goal. I mean, listen, these are great moments we'll have for, remember when Elliot Lee last year curled one in, from the corner. Awesome. Remember when Ollie Rathbone put it in? Remember the corner that came from Mac, I went off the guy's ass and went in. These games, they're all not memorable every minute of them, but there's moments of them that are give us the love and joy and why we love this team and why I think that we have something very, very special happening here.
For you, 4 league wins in a row now. Just what does that say about you as a side?
Yeah, as I said, I think it's four wins and 4 clean sheets as well. So it shows how together we are. We're hard to beat, and we're winning games, which is always good.
Finally, Elliot, tricky.
Yeah, we're winning games. It doesn't matter how it's done. I think that's what he's saying. We're winning games, sticking together. Tom Mantek says, if you had told me at the beginning of the season that we would be in auto promotion, I'd laugh at you. Mid-table was all I was hoping for. Tom, a lot of even Humphrey was tempering those, and Rob and Ryan, they wanted to go, but I think everyone wants that. Everyone, why shoot for just being second? Dare to dream, and dare to be great. And the club and the team is daring to be great. And it's no fluke at this point. Right now, this half of the season, we got 40 points. I think we're tipped for 92. There's no fluke at this point. Things can happen. And also added to that, we're not even at our best. We're not even playing our best football. We're not playing our best football. We haven't seen it. We've not even come close to it. We have an amazing defense. We're not even playing at our best. And we have the injury bug up the ass. So far, it's coming out of our noses. It's unreal how bad we're getting hit by the injury bug. And it does happen. And thank God we have signed some good players as not backups, as guys that are going to step up, next man up. It's unbelievable the amount of injuries we had so far this season, with Callum Burton possibly going out for the rest of the season with a tear. Come on now. AO breaking his wrist. JM breaking his ankle. Come on. The back injury with Mullen. Now, whatever, there's residual happening there. Evans going down. Maxey going down. And yet still standing proud, chest out. Let's go. 40 points. Do this. Tom, good to see you, man. Thank you for the
conditions, both and on and off the pitch today. The supporters, just how brilliant was it? The backing that they've given you, especially given the journey they've made here today.
Yeah, it's incredible. I can't imagine what they've been through to get to Wrexham for it, but to come and show the support for the lads on a day like today, and still all there with a packed away end, clapping at the end. It's unbelievable, and the boys are delighted to be able to send all the travelling fans home with 3 points, and I hope they enjoy their weekend.
Thank you, Elliot.
Awesome. Great interview.
Can I sharpen this
mustache? Sorry about that. Crap. Is that? I think there's no other ones, right? I don't think there's another interview. I think there's just 2 today. Yep, just 2 interviews today. Yeah, incredible. Hopefully everyone does get back. And yes, we could hear you chanting and singing the whole time, which is great. I think next time for the Birmingham game when we're at Cosm, I want to get some chanting going when we're at the Cosm, which we will be live at Birmingham for the live watch along there too. Cannot wait for that. It's going to be a fun game. So excited about that. But congrats to everyone, all the traveling supporters. Get them home safely. Bruce says second best in the league, 12 points from the last 5. Only Huddersfield has a better 5-game form. And Wrexham is still clear as Huddersfield, even with home games in hand. Wow. Interesting. Nice stat there. Bruce, the habification storm, Darrow. I don't know if I'm saying that had some bad effect on the game. It did. But again, I call it the callous games. This was a total callous game. Got to build up those calluses so we can keep winning games. And you know what? A month ago, we might have lost this game. A month ago, we might have drawn this game. But, those other games, the Charlton one, drawing that felt like a loss. Building on those things, building on what the team is about is incredible. And I've always said we're going to grow into this season. And we've grown from strength to strength. We learned our lessons here. And we're not even hit top form. We are in like second gear, struggling to get out of there into third. And that's fine. I'm fine with that. I know we want to see pretty football, but Arsenal sometimes used to play pretty football, not win games. So it is, you got to win games. You got to win football games, whatever way, by hook or by crook. Get out there and do it. And again, the injury bug that's so far up our ass. And right around the corner, I know we got some games coming up, but right around the corner is a January transfer window. And I'm not saying it's going to be, almost Superman coming in and saving a day or in Hancock, but I don't care. Like someone needs to come in my opinion, and help us score goals. I'm not saying, that it can't be a Moles can't come good, but I think we need some help for sure. Sarah Pitcher, just joining in. New keeper sign. Is he any good? Sarah, I haven't talked about him yet. We'll talk about that too. I'll get to that. We'll do a little bit of a news and update at the end here, but appreciate you. Yeah, remember Tom, because his name used to serve as an actor who played Scotty James Doohan in Star Trek. Laugh out loud. Tom. Yeah, I remember Tom. There you go. Cheers, Nick, says Tom. He's the same as an actor. Maybe he is. Are you the actor? I don't know. Maybe you are the actor. Okay. The only reason that wasn't a goal to Darragh. I don't know how they're saying that. Darragh as an assist to Lee. Is this in the Storm? Is the Storm wasn't on anyone's team sheet? No, it wasn't on anyone's team sheet, but it was in our hearts for sure. We've got so many injuries. We have so many injuries. Yeah, we have. We got the bug. I think we probably got the most injuries. I think of anyone in the league. But Marisa, again, I'll say it. We're going through keepers like Spinal Tap went through drummers. Yes, but we go to 11. Got one more, and these go to 11. There you go. Dara. Okay, Hurricane Dara. That's what it is. All right, let's take a quick look at the table again and to get the results. There's the table. Wycombe Wanderers drew today. We have an 18. We're down by 1, 18 and 17 there for goal diff. We both won 12 games, drawn 4. We've lost one more than them. They also have played one less game. Birmingham City right up our ass. They got 16 goal diff there, 39 points, 17 there. Huddersfield Town, 35. Stockport, 33. And Reading, 31, who just lost their manager. Or just replaced their manager. He went to Hull, actually. And Bolton Wanderers right there with 30. So draw, win right there. A lot of good results. Birmingham City, Huddersfield, Stockport, and a draw, Bolton Wanderers, and then Barnsley down there too. The results, the scores and the fixtures were today. Lincoln City 0, Charlton 0, Wigan 0, Leyton Orient 2, Barnsley 1, Birmingham City came back from 1-0 down to win 2-1. Blackpool and Rotherham postponed. Bristol Rovers and Bolton Wanderers postponed. Burton Albion lost to Wrexham, of course. Cambridge 4-1 on Shrewsbury. Stevenage, Crawley postponed. Mansfield Town in the mud, losing to Huddersfield 2-1. Stockport beat Exeter 2-0, and Wycombe Wanderers 1-1 draw with Reading. That's a good result. So all in all, very, very good day. Cannot complain about that. It's a good day to be a Wrexham supporter. Tom, there's an old saying in football that goals win games, clean sheets win titles. So the metric you're here for the long haul this season, definitely not hectic. Okay, definitely not hectic. Yes, defense wins championships. Defense wins championships. There you go. So I agree with that wholeheartedly. Let's do a quick. I don't know where this quote came from, but I'll pull it up on my Discord here. Let's see here. Here's Nicky D. 1 second. Nick, I just saw that. I'll have to check on it in a second. Okay. Here is. Okay. So this is Richard Sutcliffe. He is a reporter. Parkinson also had an update on an injured first keeper, Arthur Okonkwo. Arthur is quite a ways away yet. He will see a specialist before Christmas. Mark Howard is a good keeper. He played well today. That was afterwards. Okay. And then we got the update on Callum Burton. So Arthur is quite a bit away. So that's why we signed a new kid, and we'll get into that. We'll get into that in a second. He goes on to say Callum Burton could be out for the rest of the season, tearing his thigh in midweek, says Wrexham manager Phil Parkinson. Very bad news. So disappointed for him. He has torn his thigh. It could be the season for him. There you go. There you go. That's unfortunate. I don't know where those quotes are coming from other than Richard Sutcliffe. So do I follow Richard Sutcliffe? I'm sure I do. Let me just double check. I do follow him. Yeah. Richard Sutcliffe, writer for The Athletic FC. So it's very, very unfortunate if that's the case because he was playing well. Callum Burton, Parkinson said he didn't update it. Okay. By the way, the attendance is 3,744. There we go. Okay. Moving on. I just want to get to a quick one about Brad Foster. And I'll do it here since I'm already here. So with that news just said about the keeper injuries, and we probably knew that going in. We knew that AO is still a bit away. Wrexham AFC bring in Brad Foster as goalkeeping cover. Goalkeeper Brad Foster has joined Wrexham on a short-term contract. 23 years old, will provide short-term cover while Arthur AO is out with his wrist and Callum Burton thigh recover from their respective injuries. Now, Ooh, sorry about that. The Burton News was on BBC Radio Wales. Okay, got it. Sorry, that was producer Ann calling. He has been registered to play and is available for League One today. He was on the bench. Foster, who's been training with the Reds for several weeks, featured at the Stoke City and Derby County at Premier League under-18s and for West Bromwich Albion in Premier League 2. During his time with the Baggies, he had 2 loan spells in the National League outfit, Rushall Olympic, where he made 4 appearances. Also, too, he had signed on the same day as Mo Fall, so to West Bromwich Albion, I think it was. So that's probably some bit of the connection there too. But all right, let's get everyone out of here. That is the news and updates. Anything else breaks, obviously, we're live. The Burton News was on BBC Radio West. Okay, got it. Another win, 3 points, tied to the top of the table on points with Wycombe, who have been on a tear lately, and really excited about it. Let's keep this up. I hope everyone gets home safely, please. But more to come. Tomorrow is a Sunday. Probably do a watch along for one of the other games, maybe a Premier League game or something like that. But all in all, it's a great day for Wrexham. Good day to be a Red Dragon supporter, and just really proud of this team. Really proud of how we're going out and winning games and coming through. So anyway, smash a like on the video, please. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and share it out. Help out the algorithm. Like I said, we have been throttled a little bit, but that's okay. We're still growing as a community, and all of you are great. So appreciate all the support. And on that bombshell, we will see y'all soon.